This week in Jamaica Now, political temperature rising as Jamaica is now within 12 months of national elections. The wait continues for a new finance minister, and tragedy strikes as schools reopen for a new year. I'm Jovan Johnson, and this is Jamaica Now. The political temperature in Jamaica is increasing as the country is now within 12 months of the due date for parliamentary elections. There were several major political movements this week. On Tuesday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness announced a by-election for the St. Ann Northeastern constituency for September 30. That was just a day after the ruling Jamaica Labour Party's Marsha Smith resigned as MP and Junior Education Minister. The first-time MP was already replaced as the JLP's representative by Matthew Samuda, who resigned on Monday as a senator and cabinet minister. Mr. Holness has been facing criticisms for not announcing a by-election for Trelawney Southern, where the JLP's Marissa Dalrymple-Philibert resigned as MP in September last year.
There's another constituency which has a vacancy, Trelawney Southern. Notice you have announced a by-election for one that became vacant this week, and you haven't announced a by-election for one that has been vacant for a year now.
There is also a division that is vacant, and so to put everyone at ease, within the restructuring that is taking place, all outstanding seats will be addressed.
The questions about the vacant seats also includes the impending resignation of Dr. Nigel Clark as Finance Minister and MP for St. Andrew Northwestern. A week ago, news came that Dr. Clark will be leaving the government to join the International Monetary Fund as one of 4 deputy managing directors on October 31. Mr. Holness said a successor has been identified but is yet to name the person. The finance minister must be from the elected house, but the space left in the Senate by Matthew Samuda has led to talks that Mr. Holness intends to bring in someone to assist with finance. There are also 2 vacant local government divisions, Morant Bay in St. Thomas and Annan Town in Clarendon. JLP councillor for the Annan Town division, Marjorie McLeod McFarlane, died on September 1. She created history by giving the JLP its first hold of the division in the February local government elections. Her passing has reduced the division count in the Clarendon Municipal Corporation to 11 divisions to the JLP and 10 to the opposition People's National Party. And the opposition PNP said it will not contest the St. Ann Northeastern by-election, but will participate in the local government polls when they are called. It said the Prime Minister's decision to go with only one by-election is what it calls a slap in the face of the people of Trelawney Southern, who have been without a representative in Parliament for a year. All eyes are on the resumption of Parliament from its summer recess on September 17 after the Integrity Commission submitted a special report this week. By law, the Commission cannot comment on its work before the document is tabled in Parliament. The Commission said it submitted an investigation report and an associated special report on Thursday, along with the full ruling of the Director of Corruption Prosecutions. The report was copied to the Speaker Juliet Holness, her Deputy Heroy Clark, Senate President Tom Tavares Finson, and Clerk to the Houses Colleen Lowe. It's not the norm for the Integrity Commission to submit a report to the Deputy Speaker. The last time that was done was in September 2023, when the report involved the then Speaker Marissa Dalrymple-Philibert. There's nothing so far to suggest that the report involves the current Speaker. Public schools reopened for the new school year on September 2 with tragedy. Traevon Saunchez, a 10-year-old student, was killed in a 2-vehicle crash in Manchester on Monday. He attended the Christiana Least Primary School in the parish. Traevon's mother, who was driving him to school, has been hospitalized in serious condition. She is a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. On Thursday, the police reported that the driver of the Range Rover involved in the crash had been charged with causing death by dangerous driving. He is 31-year-old Chadwick Young, a music producer and coolant manufacturer from Main Street in Christiana. Mr. Young is also charged with leaving the scene of an accident and disobeying the continuous white line. He is to appear in court on September 25. And Prime Minister Andrew Holness and Education Minister Fayval Williams were among those sending students off to school in the corporate area on the first day of the academic year on Monday. Mr. Holness, Transport Minister Darrell Vaz, and Information Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon also took a Jamaica Urban Transit Company JUTC bus from the Halfway Tree Transport Centre in St. Andrew and travelled along Hope Road with students to the bus stop at Jamaica College. A 23-year-old man was shot dead near his home on September 1, just a day after he received confirmation that he completed his degree in international relations and psychology at the University of the West Indies. The news of Keauno Popsy Watson's death has shocked members of his community of Almontown in downtown Kingston, where the incident happened. His mother, Sandra Blair, said Watson, the youngest of her 3 children, was her life and her heartbeat and was expected to graduate from the university in October. He's a past student of St. George's College in Kingston and, according to his family, had big dreams to pursue and was clinging to hope that he could eventually move his family from the inner-city community. The police say about 7:45 p.m. on September 1, Mr. Watson and another man were standing along Dames Road in Almontown when armed thugs approached and opened fire on them. And police investigators were probing 783 murders in the first 8 months of the year, 21 of which occurred during the period August 24 to August 31. The latest serious crime statistics published by the Jamaica Constabulary Force on September 1 also show that 91 murders were committed across Jamaica in the last 28 days, August 3 to August 31. A female vendor who was captured on video urinating in a container and then pouring the contents into a bottle at the Charles Gordon Market in Montego Bay will face prosecution. Medical Officer of Health for St. James, Dr. Francine Phillips-Kelly, says based on investigations, the vendor allegedly breached food handling regulations. The vendor was caught in the act by a motorist. The footage subsequently went viral on social media. The incident comes nearly a year after crab vendor Alice Waugh was captured on video relieving herself in a container at her stall at the popular Crab Circle street food spot at Heroes Circle in Kingston. Former national football player and Reno FC stalwart Boysie Nicholson, who was battling Parkinson's disease for several years, died in Westmoreland on Wednesday. The dynamic midfielder, who was renowned for his robust style, was instrumental in the 3 National Premier League titles Reno FC won in the 1990s. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. Follow us on X, formerly Twitter, and Instagram at Jamaica Gleaner, and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. Like this video on our YouTube page, turn on your notification, and subscribe today. I'm Jovan Johnson, and before we go, this report from Kali J. Terrelong from the Star newspaper about the difficulties Jamaicans are facing with cost of living.
So talk to me about what are the things, the small quantities that people come here and buy.
People still come here and buy like quarter bread, a egg, a frankfurter. Yeah.
What about a squeeze of toothpaste, a bag of shampoo?
No, a bag of shampoo, but not squeeze of toothpaste. Yeah.
And like, how much for a quarter of bread?
A quarter of bread at 160.
How often you see people come and say, make you a quarter of bread or the bag of shampoo because they just can't afford the full thing?
Almost every day.
You see nobody come by like a spoon of sugar or anything?
No, not a spoon, but half pound and quarter of bread. A egg, a frankfurter, which is for $60.
One single frankfurter?
Yeah, for $60. Yeah, people still buy it.
This is condition and shampoo. We can sell it as low as $100, affordable price for everybody. You know, time is hard in the ghetto, so we sell it so we can have a same more time.
Have you always been selling it like this?
Always.
And what are other products that you have to sell in small quantities because it's all people can afford?
We sell some $100 fab too, because you know, every time people like have a $400.
What do you think would be the cause for persons wanting to purchase 2 slices of bread?
As cost of living life hard, that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
They're trying to live within their means. So they can't afford a quarter or a half or a whole bread. So they're gonna buy what they can afford.